Happening this Thursday, the 30th of May, Mrs. Universe Trinidad and Tobago. We're about to get into those details this morning because in studio we have the reigning Mrs. Universe Trinidad and Tobago 2023, Alveda Mayabudu, and two beautiful delegates with us as well. Rayan Francois, delegate for Tacarigua 2024, and Diane Molyneux, delegate for Valsayn 2024 as well. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you all on the show this morning, looking so bright and bringing some great energy. And I love the fact that we are very well branded as well. So before we get into anything, because we want to hear about your experiences in the pageant so far, reigning Mrs. Universe Trinidad and Tobago 2023, Alveda, tell us a little bit about Mrs. Universe.
Well, Mrs. Universe is for women who are married, divorced, or widowed within the age group of 18 to 55. And it's a showcase woman. So it's not a Miss pageant, but it's a Mrs. because a lot of people have a misconception that we are Miss Universe.
Right.
So it is as specific as ever. It is for married, divorced, or widowed women.
Wow, absolutely amazing. And of course, this is something that is internationally held every single year. Tell us a little bit about what your experience has been like as Mrs. Universe Trinidad and Tobago.
It has been a dream come true for me because, you know, as a married woman, you never think that you could fulfill a dream of entering a beauty pageant again in life. And last year, I represented Trinidad at the Mrs. Universe pageant in the Philippines. There was 91 other delegates from countries from around the world. I didn't win Mrs. Universe, but I won Mrs. Universe leadership among 91 other countries. It was an experience just like you would see as Mrs. Universe or Miss World will hold a pageant. It was basically the same experience that we encountered there. And I mean, for a married woman, it is something that, you know, you could bring yourself back from being a teen or a Mrs. And, you know, so it's something that is nice. Once you like beauty pageant, I would advise anybody to take a chance.
Wow, definitely. I mean, this sounds fantastic, bringing something into our space and into our radar. Now, ladies, let's talk about both of you. Let's start with you, Mrs. Trinidad and Tobago Universe Valsayn 2024. Diane, welcome. Tell us about your experience thus far.
Okay, good morning and hi to Trinidad and Tobago. So far, my experience has been pretty great. I have had the opportunity to meet 11 other amazing delegates, all from different walks of life, and I've made close friends. It's been a really pleasant experience so far.
That's wonderful to hear. And Mrs. Trinidad and Tobago Universe Tacarigua, tell us a little bit about your experience, Rayan.
My experience thus far has been amazing. A part of my personality is that I enjoy meeting other people and meeting all these ladies from different parts of Trinidad and Tobago. It has been eye-opening for me because, you know, having navigated challenges of life such as relationships, namely marriage, and some of us being divorced and all of that, you know, it brings a whole different experience from a Miss pageant, you know, so I'm enjoying the experience thus far. So far, we've had several events and, you know, we get to see the ladies in a different light at each different event. I'm really enjoying the process.
I can see your energy is just your exuberance, and definitely this is something that is transforming lives. Diane, tell me, in your experience thus far, what have you perhaps made the decision that you want to give back to the community in your position?
In terms of giving back to the community, that is a good question. Let me see. There is so much that you know, we can give back. I am passionate about one of our upcoming events, which is on domestic violence against women and children. It is something that I feel like we need to put a little more information out there with respect to that and how we as a community can face this head-on and to see how we can all come together to curb the statistics, which is, you know, 1 in 3.
Definitely.
See how we can work together to solve this problem.
Definitely something that we all need to be passionate about, and it's beautiful that you're opting to use your platform to be able to have these conversations. Tell us something, Rayan. Is there anything in particular that you would like to use your platform to push when it comes to community and society?
The theme internationally is against violence, and as Diane correctly said, this year's theme focuses on violence against domestic violence, specifically against women and children. So this is what we are using our platform for. And actually on the 10th of March, we have a forum where we will be presenting on the subject of domestic violence against women and children. So I intend, even after this, to continue that drive, you know, to just bring awareness to people. A lot of people are in situations that can be considered domestic violence, and because it's almost the norm now, people don't realize how serious of an issue it is. So I'd like to use this platform to bring awareness to the community.
Definitely something that's so important. Alveda, tell us, once crowned Mrs. Universe Trinidad and Tobago, what responsibilities are lying ahead for the year?
Well, we are partnering with the Rape Crisis Society of Trinidad and Tobago because, as Rayan said, Mrs. Universe concentrates on educating the population, or the universe as it may be, on domestic violence. And we want to stand as women to be able to bring awareness, and because there's a lot of women in Trinidad that goes through abuse, and children as well. So this is our main aim, is to bring awareness and educate people about domestic violence, and be able to let women know that there are hope for them. So this is our main aim as a Mrs. Universe Trinidad and Tobago, and as a Mrs. Universe throughout the universe.
That is absolutely something that is so beautiful. Can you just share with us a few details about the event? I know it's happening in May.
So as Rayan said, our main aim is domestic violence. So on the 10th of March, we're going to have Forum Day. So how Mrs. Universe is structured is exactly like the international pageant. Whereas the international pageant is 7 to 10 days, we structured it throughout the 5 months before the finals, the exact event. So on the 10th of March, we're going to have Forum Day, where each delegate is going to present their presentation on domestic violence, a 3 to 5 minutes presentation. Then we have karaoke and salsa night that takes place on the 24th of March. And then we have a family day event on the 5th of May. And then the grand finals will take place on May 30th at the Dennis P. Ramdan Complex.
Wonderful. Well, we can't wait to see what comes out of this competition. Ladies, all the best to you, and continue to do that great work, and enjoy the rest of your reign. It's been a pleasure to have you in studio, and we look forward to having you back again soon to continue the conversation.
Thank you very much.
Mrs. Universe Trinidad and Tobago 2024 is happening in May. You do not want to miss it, and you don't want to miss what's coming up on the Now Morning Show right after this break.
Down here is the Mecca, and when I get to Carnival,